Hi teachers, in this video I am going to discuss the step-by-step procedure and tutorial on how to use the DepEd automated school forms. So first things first is once you are already provided by the developer with the link to download the file, you click the file, you click the link and download the file. And once it has been downloaded, so you click the file and once it's open, you need to save it as. So you click file, go to save as, and then browse. I would suggest to look for this PC, and then you look for the partitioned drive aside from C to save your file, and then make a new folder. And say, for example, we name this one as school forms, and then you click that folder, click open, and then save. Once it's being saved, you click this one, close, and don't save. You go to your this PC, go to data E. So locate the folder that you have just created and you open that one. And there you go. You have found already the a file that you have just saved as. So click this one to open, maximize. And once you can see this portion, in this portion, you can see a security warning and we have a button enable content. You click this one, enable content. So once it's being enabled, the whole system is functional and operational. As you can see here, we have different sheets. We have profile, we have input data, we have SF2, we have SF8, we also have SF9, SF10, and as well as the card slips and the QRA. So first things first is you need to change the school ID, school year, the school head, as well as the designation. Could either be principal 1, 2, 3, or 4, or is IC or teacher in charge or TIC. And also the school address, the region, 7, division, district. You have to change all this except the school and the name of the teacher advisor because the school and the name of the teacher advisor will be automatically generated once you have encoded the exact activation code provided by the developer. So once you have set up already the needed information above, including the year level you are handling and as well as the section, you go to set up button, you click this one, and you need to encode the activation code provided by the developer and you click activate. Once it's active, the whole system is now um how do you call this one? Fully functional. All the features are unlocked and the name of the school as well as the name of the teacher advisor will be automatically updated. Okay, so next would be input data. So this field is where you encode the names of the students and all other informations. So in here, by at first glance, you could easily understand how the system works. First is that you need to go to filter. In the filter section, you can select which you want to display. You could display all the male only. This is the section where you need to input that male information, male students information from the LRN, last name, first names, middle names, including the birthday. And if you want to go to the female section, you just have to select female. And as you can see here, we have female students. And then you can start encoding the informations for all the female students. And in case you want to select all, so all meaning to say the male and the female section will both appear in the system. So you just have to scroll down here at the right corner to access the female and the male students. And if you want to hide the blank rows, in case you have encoded already the names of the students, you just have to select the hide blank rows. And here we have a select view. Once you have encoded the names of the students, you can um, go for the additional inputs. So for the grade 7 advisors only. So the additional inputs are intended for the grade 7 advisors because all this data, the student data in elementary will appear in the first page of the school form 10. That is why it is necessary for the grade 7 advisors. But if in case you're not a grade 7 advisor, you just have to exclude this one because you do not need all this data. Next would be, if you want to input the grades of the students, you just have to select grades and then the section for grade input will appear. So you can encode or paste values the grades of the students given by each subject teacher. Also, if you want to view grade sheet for printing, you can select grade sheet, and we can also view the grade sheet with elective because there are schools that offer additional subjects. Like in my case, when I was still at Albay National Science High School, we have an electronic engineering and robotics subject as well as the biotechnology. So we have two additional subjects. So we have here EER and biotechnology. Of course, if you want to view the honor rolls after each quarter, so you select honor rolls and then you can view here the grades or the average of the students, including the remarks if they failed, passed, or they belong to the honor students. And if you want to input the modality of the students, you just have to select modality, and this is where you can input face-to-face or blended learning or distance learning. So this is where you encode the modality from each for each quarter. And also for the values, you select values and then you can input AO, SO, RO, and NO. For AO for always observed, SO for sometimes, RO for rarely, and N for not observed. So these are the competencies. These are the yes the competencies that needs to be rated. And also, if you go to the summary of attendance, you can see here the attendance of the students for the whole school year. And so to say, you cannot edit this one. It is because this data is generated based on what you have inputted or what you have encoded in the daily learner attendance or the SF2. So to change this, you need to go to SF2 to check the attendance of the students. So it needs a lot of diligence for the advisor to check the attendance of the students every day. And if you want to format, so you just have to select the format. Meaning to say, it will delete all the information of the students stored in the system, including the uh, grades in all subjects. And now let's go to SF2. So SF2 looks like this. This is actually based on the design, the template that is provided by the Department of Education, the template that is mandated by the department that is needed to be used by the teachers. So I just searched this one from the official page of the department, and then I modified by putting some codes and formulas to automate the task of the teacher to minimize the tedious task of checking the attendance of the students, no, by automatically generate and automatically reflect the record of the attendance of the students to the input data section, which will later appear in the SF9. So in the report on attendance section. So again, if you're going to hide, mean to say the blank rows will be hidden. The blank rows starting from row 6 until 50 will be hidden if they are empty. And if they are not empty, they will not be hidden. And if you want to unhide, means to say all the rows, whether or not they are empty or not, they will be displayed on the screen. So let's hide it back again to maximize the display. Okay, and if you want to clear, so say for example, you have mistakenly encoded the data here in which there are no students that correspond in a specific row, meaning to say you can clear, but make sure that this is actually applicable if you want to clear the entire month. Say for example, you go to April and we have unwanted informations and data here, so you have to clear it first before replacing with the actual data of of the each student in that specific month. So again, if you want to change the month, you just have to click the arrows up for the previous month and arrows down for the next month. And you are the one to change the dates above. So say for example, for the month of July, so for the month of July, Monday is 29. That is why I encoded here 29, 30, and 31. And for the month of August, so you will be the one to encode. So just refer to the calendar. And in case we have days that are declared as holidays, so you just have to input H so that it will not be counted as the number of school days, so part of the school day of a specific month. So you just have to type capital H to exclude or to indicate that the specific date is a holiday. Next is that I guess I do not need to explain to you how to input this field because maybe all teacher already know how to input this one. So that is the SF2, automated SF2 that needs to be submitted by the teacher advisor every end of the month. So when to print, you do not have to worry about these buttons to appear in the printed SF2 because all these are hidden. So you Control P, as you can see here, the template do not have the buttons. Right, next will be the SF8. So the SF8 is otherwise known as the Learner's Basic Health and Nutrition Report for the junior high school. So of course, the teacher advisor needs to weigh the students, and of course you have to input the date that you have um get the weight of the student and as well as the height. And then you input here the weight of the students by kilogram, so 67 kilogram, and for the height by meter. So, and the nutritional status, the BMI, and the height for age will be automatically generated, as well as the remarks will be automatically generated. So there's nothing to worry more because everything is made simpler and easier. And now let's go to the SF9. SF9 is otherwise known as the school report card. Again, you do not have to change much here aside from the logo and the name of the student. So in here, we select the name of the students and the data of that specific student will automatically appear in the designated fields. And also, if you want to change the logo, you just have to click this button, click to change logo, and then locate which folder you have saved your school logo. So you check it, click this one, click open, and then it appears in the designated field where the logo should be placed. And in case you want to resize this one, you can select and resize the logo. So if you want to print the SF9, Control P, and then if you want to print the first page, you just have to select pages 1 to page 1. And then if you want to print the back page, you just have to select pages 2 to page 2 for the back page. And for the school form 10, still the same functionality as shown in the SF9, where you just need to input the names of the students, select the name of the students, and it will automatically appear in the designated fields, the grades, and other information of the student. And this section, this is where you choose where you want to appear the grades of the students. So in this case, since I have selected grade 8, so it appears in the grade 8 field. So the grades of the students and other information appear in the grade 8 field. Next would be the card sleeves. In case you do not want to give the SF9 during releasing of grades, you can make use of the card sleeves. So the same functionality with the SF10 and SF9, where you just need to select the name of the student. And then once you select that one, the 4 consecutive students will appear in the four templates. Mean to say, the next student that you have to select in this field must be the 5th one, so that the 6th one will appear here, the 7th one, and the 8th student. And then the third print would be the 9th students, the 10th will automatically appear here, the 11th and the 12th. So everything is made easier. So the size of the bond paper must be short. In this case, it's being set to A4. So let's change this one into letter size. And you just have to cut it out using your scissors. And for QRA, you do not have to manually count the number of students who belong in outstanding, very satisfactory, satisfactory, fairly satisfactory, and for those students who did not meet the expectation. It's a quite tedious and very hassle for the teachers if you do not have something like this to automatically count the number of students that belong in each category. So in this case, you just have to select from which quarter you want to display in the consolidator for the QRA. So for quarter 1, you select quarter 1, 2 for second quarter, 3 for the third quarter, and 4 for the fourth quarter. So everything is possible, made easier. So what do I forget? Also, the last part would be at the end of the quarter, teacher advisors need to print certificate. So I also have here a certificate template So let's go to data E, storage. I have here a certificate template which I will be giving this also for free together with the template, together with the school form generator. So this is how it looks like. So it's all up to you if you want to change the background. You can do it according to your taste. So you can actually change the background. But you do not have to change this field. If you can see these symbols like this, and as well as like this, please do not change them and do not erase them because those fields are automatically filled in by what is in the school form generator. Later, I will be displaying how this works. So, for example, so let's go to the school form. First things first is that once you have downloaded the presentation or the PowerPoint template for certificate, you have to select it first. So in my case, I have saved the template at um, this PC, Drive E, storage, and the certificate template. So click OK. Says that certificate template has been updated. So click OK. And then you are ready to generate the certificate. However, you still have to select which quarter you want to print. So for the first quarter, you have to select first quarter. If you want to print the third quarter, you have to select third quarter. And you want to print the fourth quarter, you have to select fourth quarter. So let's select fourth quarter and generate the certificate. So as you can see here, it gave us two certificates, automatically generate the certificate of the student. So as you can see here, from this, without the name of the student, remarks, the average, without this data to this. So as you can see here, we already have the name of the student, the remark of the student, whether or not they belong to with honors, with high honors, or with highest honors, and plus it automatically display the grade and the section and as well as the average of the student, and the quarter that you have chosen is also reflected in the system, and as well as the date that the certificate will be given. Actually, it is found in here. So we, since we have set this to 1st of January, we need to say it also appears in the certificate as the 1st of January. So if you want to customize that one, you need to change this one according to the date of preference. Okay? So I guess that's all. Should you need to have questions, more queries, please email me at albstc@gmail.com or message me at the messenger account named albstz or ALBZ space TZY. So thank you for watching.